Well, hello there. Good morning or good evening to you, depending on where you are. So we'll wait for some folks to join us. Somebody popped in. Hello, good morning or good evening, depending on where you are. So today the topics are what qualities are Western guys looking for in a Filipina, and what qualities are Filipinos looking for in a Western guy? And by the way, I'm on location here in Carter Lake, Iowa, right next to Omaha, Nebraska. Hey, May, good morning to you. Or maybe it's Maayang Gabi. Yeah, I'm in Iowa. I've been here working here all week. And later on today, I'm going to leave and fly back to Maryland, which is why I don't have my guitar with me. So I can't play and sing for you, but uh, we can have a good conversation anyway. So where are you, May? Are you in Cebu? Ah, Mindanao. So Cebuana. So what qualities are you looking for in a Western guy? And what do you think a Western guy is looking for in a Filipina? Mixed language, yeah. Yeah, that's very true. Just about everybody in the Philippines speaks three languages, Tagalog, English, and then whatever their local dialect is. Honest and sincere. Yeah, that's a good one. I guess really we're looking for security, huh? We want to feel secure about the person that you're in a relationship with. How about loyalty? Maybe loyalty is one. Um, Somebody that's not wanting to play around with a bunch of different girls. Wants to a one woman man. I think that's big on the list. Yeah, stable and faithful. How much does the financial aspect play a role in your thinking? I mean, generally speaking, Westerners are uh, better able to provide because they have jobs and income and things like that. How much of that is a factor for you? Hey, Lucille. Hi there. Nice to see you too. Hey, happy Sunday to you too, Florence. Ciao. Yeah, so we're talking about what qualities are you looking for in a Western guy? And why would you choose a Western guy over, say, a Filipino? Let's see, May, if he wants to stay in Philippines, if he is pensioner, I think I can compensate the needs. Yeah, I mean, yeah, having a pension is, a nice steady source of income. And let's face it, um, you don't have to, you won't be living very high on the hog, but you have a steady income and um, probably a decent place to live. Um, so you won't be living in a mansion, I don't think, but at least you'll be comfortable and stable. There'll be food on the table and that kind of stuff. So what we're talking about, guys, is what qualities are you looking for in a Western guy, and what qualities do you think a Western guy is looking for in a Filipina? Hey, Marilyn. Hello to you. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, you understand, not all Western guys are the same. I mean, let's face it. There are some that are playboys, and they want to, um, break hearts and all that kind of stuff. So, um, hey, Michael, what kind of problems are you having getting her here to the States? Marilyn, you're just back from Malaysia, huh? Are you in? Where are you in the Philippines then? Hey, Steve. Good morning to you. As to update those of you who are just coming in, I'm in Carter Lake, Iowa, which is actually um, right. It's where the Omaha, Nebraska airport is. So later on today, I'm going to be flying back to Maryland. So I'm held up in my hotel room in Carter Lake. I've been here all week working. Oh, I see. I see, Michael. Yeah, you the I guess it's U.S. CIS, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service. What they don't want is they don't want you to immigrate a Filipina wife to the U.S. and then have her end up going on government assistance like food stamps and welfare and stuff like that. So yeah, you do have to make enough money to meet that threshold, whatever the government says. Hey, Annie. Good evening to you. Where are you? Good evening from here, she says. But we don't know where here is. So anyway, what we're talking about today, and you can talk about anything you want actually, but what we started out talking about was what qualities um, does a Filipina look for in a Western guy, and what qualities does a Western guy look for in a Filipina? So what are you looking for? So Marilyn, yeah, I see you came back, but where are you now? Are you still in Malaysia or are you in the Philippines? Thank you. Oh, you're still in Malaysia. Ah, okay. So you were just in a different place in Malaysia, and then you came back to where you normally live. Is that what happened? Um, so May asked, "What's my opinion? What was I looking for?" And to be completely honest, I had no idea. I really didn't. When I met Vivian, and but Vivian turned out to be absolutely a wonderful wife, probably the best wife a man could ever ask for. She was very dedicated to me, and consequently, I was very dedicated to her. And Vivian's greatest wish was to be able to take care of me, even though it ended up that she got sick and I took care of her. And I think that that mutual uh, desire to care for the other person is a very important factor, you know. Um, so, and I think it works on different levels too. I mean, there's the first level is just physical attraction. She's pretty, and I'm attracted to a pretty, and Vivian was a very beautiful woman. And thanks, Steve. Good morning to you. Um, so the first level is kind of physical. When you first meet somebody, you see them and blah blah blah. But then after a while, you get to know them, and so um, as you uh, grow to know each other better and better and better, these things become revealed. You know, like if she's only interested in money and how I can provide for her, and you know she's always on the phone chatting her friends and never paying attention to me, that's a big red flag. You know, I'm lucky. I'm very lucky. In my case, that never happened, and um, I'll make sure the next time around that also doesn't happen. I mean, that's something that I'm very aware of. So I've chatted with quite a few ladies, but I still have not found anybody that I'm really interested in. So I will continue my journey. But yeah, and that's true, May. Everybody does have their own character and their own attitude, and it takes time to flesh that out to get to know somebody. No foreign interested in me. That's all right, Marilyn. There's somebody out there for you. So, um, yeah, and it takes time to do that. I think sometimes Filipinos um, expect things to happen too fast. They meet a guy, and the next thing you know, they're saying, you know, I love you, and it's way too soon. You know, so that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, you definitely have to meet personally. I mean, I've heard of guys on met a girl online and you know been talking for a long time, but they've never met personally. I mean, and I understand because you know not all Americans have real good jobs and a lot of money. You know, I mean that's just the way it is. Contrary to what everybody in the Philippines believes, we're not all super wealthy, and so sometimes it make you know it's going to cost um, over $1,000 just to make that trip from the USA to the Philippines to meet the girl, the you know to meet the person that he's chatting with, and not everybody can afford to pull $1,000 out of their pocket and fly to the Philippines. So it takes some planning and things like that. Hey, Steve. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Vivian was a godsend, and but yeah, not everybody can afford to make that trip, and so that's something to be aware of. And also, as a Filipino, you want to make sure you're not dealing with a guy that's on the verge of going broke, unless you have no problem with that. So, hey, Susan. Good evening to you. Um, so anyway, what I was saying was not everybody can afford it, and um, but for the average American, that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, most people go on vacation every year. Um, spend a couple $1,000. They go on cruises. They go, different places. So it shouldn't be a problem for most people. Yeah, I hear you, Michael. I usually spend about that same amount, about 1,500, between 1,500 and 2,000, every time I fly back to the Philippines. And of course, I have family there now, so I go and visit them and stuff. So, hey, Josie, good to see you. Um, yeah, so it does take some money. I mean, you just uh, get used to that. If you're living on minimum wage here in the U.S. and you're not able to save any money and things like that, then this is probably not a good idea for you because you're going to end up heartbroken. Um, but it may be also be incentive for you to change your situation, um, to maybe find a better job or get some training and get into something. Hey, Liberty, good evening to you. Maybe get into something that pays better and you can afford to sock away the bucks to make that trip. Um, how much do you think, guys? How much do you think just Filipino tradition and the Catholic Church, the way that Filipinos are trained or brought up, especially the big taking care of family and everything. I think that that quality tends to make a Filipina a better wife. Um, what are your thoughts on that? Hey, Eden, good to see you. Jan Lin, hello, good to see you. I think is this your first time here? So, Eden, are you in Manila or Mindoro? I've still never been to Manila, believe it or not. All the trips I've made to the Philippines, and I've never been to Manila, the capital of all places. But I usually fly directly into Cebu. Uh, what's up in Manila, Eden? What are you getting into? Okay, okay. So, Yanlin, I'm certainly no expert on getting married in the Philippines, but if you have a question, ask. I'll tell you at least what was my experience. Yeah, I really can't. I'm really not. I mean, I'm a musician and an electrical engineer, but I don't really have any expertise in anything else. So, okay. So Eden's been working on her garden. You're welcome, Yan Lin. Yan Lee. I'm sorry. So, you guys, let me know where you're from or where you are, I guess. Yeah, May, that was, yes, Liberty, you can ask anything you want. Um, yeah, it was a funny thing, the way um, the whole YouTube channel thing started. Um, we were looking for a way when we got married. We were looking for a way that I could share um, uh, the wedding with my family back here in the U.S. because they weren't able to come over to the Philippines and attend the wedding. So we looked at a number of different ideas. You know, we were thinking maybe Skype or something like that. And it ended, and everybody knows the internet connections in the Philippines can be um, pretty tough, pretty bad. So I decided just to buy a GoPro camera and record it, and then upload it to YouTube so that my family could watch. And Vivian and I, we just had fun making YouTube videos, and so we made videos about the things that we had to do to get the marriage license and all that kind of stuff. And we just had fun doing it, so we kept on doing it. That's kind of how the whole thing started. So we're happy to share with you uh, our experiences. Well, now my experiences. Um, so Liberty, you had a question. Yes, you may ask. Susan Kazan. Okay. Hey, Letty. Happy morning Sunday to you. Oh, you're in Saudi. That's right. Okay. Okay. Gee. Hello, Sukan. Thank you, G. Um, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys out there looking for a Filipina girlfriend or wife. So yeah, it takes a while. It takes a while. Thank you, May. Yes, I thought Vivian was very pretty. Yeah, Liberty. Yeah, long distance relationships, and they're difficult. They're difficult, but not not impossible. I'm proof of that. I will tell you though that when Vivian and I first met, it was online. It was a website called Asian Dating, which was not just Filipinos, but it was everybody in Asia. And um, and just because I was successful or Vivian and I met on Asian Dating doesn't mean I don't really endorse any one particular site. I mean, I have no idea. It's just a place to meet people. But once you meet, like once we met, we were chatted for I don't know several months, and I guess it was in April, so May, June, July. Um, I think 3 or 4 months later, I got on a plane and went to the Philippines to meet her. I didn't waste any time. So when we're talking about long distance relationships, um, yeah, if you're just chatting online and it goes on for a year, that's way too long. I mean, way too long, in my opinion. I'm sure there are people who have survived, longer than that. As a matter of fact, I did a video not too long ago with friend of mine and subscriber to the channel, Jim, and his wife Maria, and they they did it the old-fashioned way by writing letters on paper and putting it in the post, and they've been married for 30 some years. So, it can work out. Don't worry about that. But for me, I got on a plane and flew to Cebu to meet Vivian straight away. So we had only chatted for a few months, and then I was on a plane over there. Then once I got to meet her in person, then I was just madly in love. So I started going back as often as I could, Hey, Marianne, hello to you. So anyway, yeah, Vivian and I met on a website called Asian Dating. There's a bunch of different ones. Actually, I think Filipino Cupid is one, and I believe Asian Dating is part of the same company, same outfit that Filipino Cupid is. So they're probably very similar. Wow, somebody's calling me. Well, not now. So, questions, anybody? Gee, that really depends on the guy. I did, I told Vivian I was coming to meet her, and I did exactly what I said I was going to do. Different people have different personalities. Some people are very wishy-washy, and they don't do what they say they're going to do. And, that's just the kind of person they are. That's not the way I am, though. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So it's hard for me to judge, if you're talking to an American guy, will he come or will he not? I really don't know. If I don't know the guy, I don't know his history or anything like that. But I would say if he says he's going to come, I would give him the benefit of the doubt and assume he's coming. And, like once when I came to meet Vivian, once I booked my flight and everything, I just emailed the itinerary to her so she could see what flight I was coming in on, when I was going to arrive and all that. And then she came out to the airport and met me there. Yeah, that's true, May. If the guy is sincere, he'll find a way. Yep. Well, congratulations, Michael. Yeah, I guess the Philippines can be a little more traditional. Bring a cigar or two with you. But anyway, congratulations, and I hope your baby is healthy and vibrant. Hey, Anne, how are you? Good morning to you. Yeah, like I said, not all guys are the same. Everybody's different. Different people have different personality traits, and some people stand by what they say and do what they say, and I'm one of those kind of guys. But you should know, you should be able to figure it out pretty soon. If he books, if he says he's coming, then find out when. Have them email the itinerary, they call it, the flight itinerary to you. So you know when he's going to arrive at the airport, and you can go out there and meet him there. Good night to you, May. Nice to see you again as well. You're welcome. You're welcome, Michael. Where are you from, Michael? D'Alessandro is a name that was, I think there was a politician or a mayor or something in Baltimore. So don't know if you're related to them or not. You're welcome, G. I wish I could help, but like I said, not everybody's the same, so it's really hard. You gotta. I guess you got to go by what is your gut feeling. What is your feeling in your heart? Is the guy truthful and going to do what he says he's going to do? And as time goes on, you'll learn more and more about that. Whether the guy can do the things he says. You're welcome, Liberty. Yeah, so Michael's going back to the Philippines in March. Clearwater. Okay, cool. Yeah, I hear you, Florence. That's yeah. I mean, that's the points you listed: emotional maturity, openness, honesty, respectful and sensitive, independent, emphatic, and physically affectionate. Um, those are all very good qualities in a relationship, and they're important. They're important. Yeah, and it definitely helps to have a sense of humor. Good night, Liberty. Thank you. Enjoy your evening. Definitely helps to have a sense of humor. All right, guys. Well, guys, I think I'm about to end this thing because I got to get packed up and get over to the airport here in a little while. Yeah, actually been a pretty long week. I worked my butt off this week. We were working 12 hours a day. Um, You're welcome, La. So we're working quite a bit. So finally, I'm off today, but I still got to go deal with the airport and fly to back to Maryland. Actually, I have to fly from here to Minneapolis, St. Paul, and then change planes and fly from Minneapolis to Baltimore on Delta Airlines. It's kind of cool. I like Delta. And they're partners with Korean Air. And Korean Air, I fly usually from Baltimore to Incheon in Korea. You're welcome, Eden. Thank you. And from Incheon, they have a direct flight into Cebu. So I'm going to be doing that next month. So I'll be back in the Philippines in November. And okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you all for the lively conversation. It's a little shorter than I normally go. I'd like to go for an hour, but like I said, I do have some stuff to do, get packed up and everything, and get on back. Oh, hit that like button. Hit the like. And hey, Deli, hi to you. Hello, goodbye, I guess is what I'm going to say, because I got to get packed up and get over to the airport and get on a plane. So I'm in Omaha, Nebraska. Carter Lake, Iowa is actually the spot where the airport is. My hotel's right next to the airport. And on my way back to Maryland. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.